Hello, welcome to another retro trailer reaction here on the It's a Wonderful Podcast YouTube channel. Before we start, subscribe, ding your notification bell up there for plenty more of these and all the other fun stuff we have here on this channel as well. Something interesting today, as it always is really on a retro trailer reaction, because this was our final episode of our last series of Morgan Hasn't Seen, which was our Fringe Marvel series. We covered Daredevil and Elektra as a double feature to finish us off. That's 2003's Ben Affleck Daredevil and 2005's Jennifer Garner Elektra, or 2004's Jennifer Garner Elektra. I forget which one it is now. Unfortunately, we would have to say that we are actually recording this trailer reaction before I've watched the movie, or before we've even recorded that show, although it will air after that. So I still have no concept of this movie. We're going to have a look at the first trailer for 2003's Daredevil today and see what we think of it. Jeannine, you will be able to tell us if it sells the movie appropriately.
So people will have been able to hear your thoughts on this movie before seeing this. But, now that they know what at the time that we're taping this, you can probably speak to if this actually, makes you want to watch this movie. So
yes, I definitely.
Yeah.
Does it feel like Daredevil to me? Because I am very familiar with Daredevil. I am a big Daredevil fan. So I think we just get straight on into it, Jeannine.
Yes, I
I
do
like
enjoy this
Daredevil.
movie,
I like Matt
so
Murdock.
I'm excited.
Jeannine likes the movie.
I do.
Yes. Let's go. Okay. Daredevil.
Are you here to confirm that Daredevil is responsible for this, Detective?
There is no proof that Daredevil even exists.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, a flaming.
I remember I teased
Daredevil.
I teased that.
You can sense it.
Oh my
What
god.
the hell was that for a
You can vanish before you
What is
realize
this
he's
music?
there.
Very red.
And he's
Very.
the last person you'd ever expect.
Police suspected the vigilante Daredevil was the one to bring the criminals to justice.
I don't know why you read that trash.
You want the truth?
Tell me.
The music
hideous.
just instantly.
Excuse me. I just wanted to get your name. Does every guy have to go through all this to find out your name?
You should try asking for my number.
I've been following that piece you wrote about the Kingpin.
How do you kill a man without fear?
I want to say it's not this red in the movie.
The devil's mine.
At least they used the man without.
Yes. Hey, they really are playing up the action hardcore.
Before justice finds you.
How can you be a skeptic?
There's no eyewitness. I mean, Bigfoot has eyewitnesses.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'd say the action was a little sloppily shown.
Okay. Would you say
But,
the action is better in the movie?
Yes. It's a little more coherent, I'd say. But yes, I teased to you after we watched The Punisher, and he somehow magically made a skull in flames out of a bunch of burning cars. That would not be the last time you saw a character make their logo in flames. So you had been kind of waiting. And so I'm kind of sad that this trailer revealed that to you. But
how does he even do that? I don't even want to know how he does that.
Why would it? Who would take the time to do you just did some vigilante? You just did some vigilante whatever, and then you're gonna take the time to put down some gasoline or whatever.
I must say, from that trailer, I don't hate the tone of it. It feels
Does it feel dark enough for
very.
you?
It feels very appropriate for
Yeah.
its era, which is what you were expecting anyway. What I was
Yeah.
expecting anyway. But still feels like it has some sort of seriousness in there, some sort of darkness in there, whether it's through, you know, Kingpin, Michael Clark Duncan, or wearing this a massive suit, as you would imagine,
Yes. No, he looks really
obviously, as
good
well.
as Kingpin.
Kingpin never he never wears fitted suits, does he? He always wears these big box
Big, no.
suits.
But they kind of, you know, they play up his muscliness more than him being, you know, bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I think the suit did maybe look a little redder than I remember it being in the actual movie. So I think maybe they wanted it to pop more in a trailer. So
Yeah, possibly. It did look to me a little bright
yeah.
from what I would maybe prefer Daredevil's suit to
Yes.
look
So I
like.
want to say it's a little darker in the actual movie.
Okay.
But yes, I think just how they showed the action just looked like a little chaotic.
It was at times, I think,
Yeah.
cut fairly chaotically. I think a
Yes.
little bit too quick for its own good. Yes, you get some nice, you know, music cues in that trailer, don't you? And
Yeah.
music changes and these kind of things. Certain lines, like I said, the man without fear, you have to say that. This is a good thing that they at least want to make
Yeah.
Daredevil to be an appropriately Daredevil movie.
Yeah.
It's
See him
not like,
perched next to gargoyles and all
yes,
that
not
kind
like Halle Berry's Catwoman, for example, that
of.
didn't want anything to do with actual Catwoman.
Yeah.
It was just totally opposite. This at least seems to want to
Oh
bring
yes, definitely. You can see
everything
that.
about Daredevil to the big screen, which I
Yeah.
enjoy that. I
Yes,
enjoy.
that's why I enjoy this movie because I think there is a thought to honor the character in a lot of ways and play into aspects of the character from the comics and at least, you know, give you visuals that feel very much like the comics while being injected with the, you know, comic book filmmaking of that time period. So
Yes, I didn't get much of Colin Farrell as Bullseye.
yeah.
I don't, and I've never loved Colin Farrell's Bullseye design of the kind of head
Tattoo, the
marking
brand.
rather
It's like a
than,
brand on his head. Yeah.
yeah, rather
I
than
mean
helmet, but
his costume is a little ridiculous in the comic. So I mean, I guess
it is.
it's them trying to bring it into the real world. And I remember watching like special features of the costume designer talking about how she made his coat very kind of like snake skin type of thing and have him like also use that as a weapon in ways. And
Well, you can still be Bullseye without having an actual bullseye on
no,
you.
I guess I don't know. I guess they thought the brand would be like a cooler way of like showing being accurate to the
Edgier.
character and edgier because you know it's not like a tattoo or something, it's a brand. It's burned into
Gotta
his
be, yeah.
flesh.
You got to be edgy. Well,
Yes.
yes. I mean, look, you already know if you have listened to the episode of Morgan Hasn't Seen what I thought overall about Daredevil 2003. That trailer certainly doesn't put me off. It does
Okay.
get
Well, that's
me
good.
kind of more,
More
more
intrigued.
into watching it, just because I like those characters anyway. I like that
Yeah.
world anyway. And it does feel like it's at least trying to do some sort of justice. I don't think it's going to be a bastardization of
Yes.
Daredevil.
It's definitely not perfect. It definitely falls prey to Mark Steven Johnson's other Marvel film. Definitely feels of its time, but I think there's a lot of effort to, you know, be accurate to a lot of elements of these characters.
Yeah.
So
I think I got that. I definitely got that from that trailer. But yes, go and listen to that episode of Morgan Hasn't Seen, our finale of the Fringe Marvel movie series. If you haven't already, over on the main podcast feed, it's a wonderful podcast on all major podcast platforms. Morgan Hasn't Seen is there every Wednesday. The main show is there every Friday. And subscribe, ding your notification bells, of course, on this YouTube channel for plenty more of these and all the other fun stuff we do have here. The Patreon donation, social media links are in the description below. Jeannine, I think there's only one thing left to do. Perhaps a Kingpin impression, because I don't know, he's quite an intimidating gentleman.
I mean, I don't know,
And
like which
I consider
iteration of the Kingpin?
any. I do consider you an intimidating gentleman. So
Oh, thank you. 3, 2, 1.
very good. Yes, very good. Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.